On number 6, I forgot to put what it is. That's
All right, good morning, Dudley. Our friend Mr. Brusso is recovering from knee replacement surgery, so he's not here today. So we'll have the best 2 out of 3.
Okay, well, I make a motion, we approve the minutes for January 8th, 2016.
And make that unanimous.
Make a motion to approve $588.56 in motor vehicle abatements for the month of January 2016.
Unanimous.
I make a motion to approve the following motor vehicle commitments. Levy 216 number 1 for $1,122,855. Levy for 2015 number 7, $5,106.75. And levy 2015 number 8 for $2,628.35.
Question for you, Lisa. Levy number 1 is, don't we have another one later in the year for that same kind of dollar amount?
not for that much. It keeps going down.
Okay, but is
This
it about
is-
$2 million a year we take in?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I know this commitment is higher than it usually is.
Okay.
So I
That's
don't know if that
unusual.
means the next commitment's going to be lower, or if there were more people registering, having cars registered.
So people must be buying more new cars?
That's
That's a good sign for the economy. Okay, I'll make that unanimous.
I make a motion to approve the following motor vehicle recommitments for levy 2015 number 18, $180.31, and levy for 2016 number 19 for $156.25.
Unanimous.
Before we vote on it, what about the applicant?
That's this one right here. I didn't write who it was.
I know
He
that.
said he's paying too much in taxes, but
Oh.
he did not dispute his value. And I believe we inspected that.
Yeah. That's a
But I couldn't-
2-family or a 3-family?
I don't
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know the house. Looks pretty nice from the outside.
Okay, then I make a motion to deny the real estate abatement.
I just want to go on
Go ahead.
record about the Webster abatement. It was
Oh,
because it
okay.
was a math error.
Oh, really?
It was just a math error.
Oh,
But that's why
Those are the
taxpayers
easy
should
ones.
look, that's right, but that's why taxpayers should look at
yeah,
their tax bill.
absolutely.
It was a
Absolutely.
split, and it was a new tax bill, and it was a math error.
If you look at the ones that you're going to vote on, that's pretty much
Yeah.
those that
so,
people actually.
So they were gracious over there. They said, sure, we can see where the problem is. So again, I just
People
want.
don't pay attention, though. You're right. They just blatantly look at it and put it away
Yeah.
or they pay it. Yeah.
So number 5, no, number 6.
Number 6, well, I make a motion to deny the real estate abatement application for applicant A on map 118, lot 30.
And we'll make that unanimous.
I make a motion to approve the following real estate abatement application.
Can we not read the map and lot numbers?
Yep. Applicant B for $181.48 for no finished basement. Applicant C for $1,059.05 should be Chapter 61B. Applicant D for $95.01, no finished basement. The applicant E, $125.46 for an in-ground pool that was removed. And applicant F for $262.52 for defects from
What does that
building.
mean?
I couldn't list everything in here. The gentleman
This is a flip?
raised the house, and then he had a big house built,
Yeah.
and the contractor didn't finish and ran off with his money.
Oh,
So I gave him some funk in there until his lawsuit is going to be
Functional
this year.
obsolescence is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
And he's has a lawsuit against the contractor. Sorry, this
That just sounded a little funny.
So I think I gave him 5 or 10%. He has, the windows are leaking,
Oh.
the floors are chipping, his banister going up his stairs is falling apart. So he's taking the gentleman to court, and once he gets his money back, he's going to get everything fixed, and then we're going to take the functional obsolescence off.
Doesn't sound like the builder was a gentleman.
No.
So that was unanimous if I've
Okay.
forgotten to vote.
I make a motion to approve the real estate tax abatement in the amount of $675.99 for property now owned by the town of Dudley.
Make that unanimous.
Make a motion to approve the following exemption applications. Applicant G for an elderly exemption for $500. Applicant H for an elderly exemption for $500.
I'll make that unanimous.
We're up to old business.
Where's the category for monkey business? Anything coming up that we should know about? Is this a cyclical year or anything like that?
We're still doing the cyclicals. I'm getting a lot of phone calls of people asking me, the letter that they received in the mail to do an interior inspection, is this in fact correct, or is it a scam? It is, but always call me to verify.
And the people going out register with the police department, right?
Right, they have their make, model, year, and license plate of their cars. They have name tags. They have a letter from us stating they are who they are. They have magnets on the door of their cars saying they're from the assessor's office.
Good.
Because of the lack of staffing, all the appointments are being made on a Vision Government Solutions out in Northborough or Westborough. I can never remember where they are. So people need to contact them, not me. I'm getting a lot
Do you
of
have their
phone
number?
calls. I don't have it with me, but it's in their letter. It's an 888
Okay.
number. But
So if they call you because of an appointment, you're not going to be able to help them.
I can't help them. I'm just going to tell them to call the 888
Mhm.
number.
All right.
But we don't have the staff to make the appointments.
Right. When we did it back in 2007, we did them all.
Yep.
You know, we made the appointments and everything. We had hired somebody to go out and do the actual inspections.
Well, that's the problem on running an office with 1.5 people.
Don't get me started.
Well, I would like people who view this meeting to understand, we have one of the biggest departments for service that needs to be provided and one of the smallest staffs.
What did we generate, $111 million last year?
And if we don't assess, the collector doesn't collect.
That's right.
It starts with us.
And if we don't set a tax rate, just
Problems.
everything rolls downhill.
Oh, and I don't think the public understands that not every office is the same. I mean, I know everybody has a lot of work to do, but some have more responsibilities that are in there that are time-consuming and involve mathematics. And mathematics, as you pointed out earlier, when they're done incorrectly, generate bills that can be in excess of what they should be, and then you have to do double work because then you have to go back and correct it.
And if we had 3 full-time staff people, like
Like all
the
the other
surrounding
towns do,
towns do, we wouldn't be asking for the money that we're asking for on town meeting floor for things like cyclicals. That cost us $94,000 for 2
If we
years.
had one full-time person, we could do that work ourselves. One additional. Just that person.
Yes, if we had me and 2 full-time people,
Right,
we
that's
could
what I'm
have
saying.
one data collector
That's-
doing what
that's what I'm
Vision
saying.
Government Solutions does,
How a lot cheaper than
less than
$90,000.
$94,000.
That is ridiculous.
We used to do all the data collection when it was Frenchie, Carl, and myself.
Yep.
We went out and measured everything. Cost the town $15,000 a year. So they decided that wasn't a smart thing to do, and they spent $50,000 to hire the revale company.
And we had 400 building permits this year. 400.
2015.
Well, a lot of people are staying in their homes longer, so they're doing more work to their property. That's just what it is, and making it the way that they want. But I think we probably need to come back and submit a proposal when we do our budget to do exactly what you just said, and that's to hire the other person and show the savings to the town of what that would be. I can't imagine how they could not want to respond and save that kind of money.
We tried this in years past, Joanne. You were here.
Well, we have a different breed. I think we have people who, obviously, if there's 500 permits out there, those are people paying attention to their property. And I think those are the kind of people that we need to explain again what it is we want to do. We're not looking to lighten our load. We're looking to do a better cost-effective job for the community.
When we're doing a cyclical, we inspect 5% of the properties.
I believe we have to do 95%. We're doing a
No,
lot.
that's every 10 years.
Yes, oh yes.
But annually,
You can set up a schedule with the DOR. You can do it all in 5 years or 3 years or all in 1 year.
if we were
So it's the percentage of.
sure, but I'm taking your 400 building permits.
Oh.
And we have 6,000 properties.
5.
5,000. Okay, so if we did 500 a year inspections plus the 400 building permits, that's 900 properties that we have to visit each year. So in doing that and having another person paying them $25,000 a year or $30,000 a year, we're going to save a boatload of money. Because you don't have to have an engineering degree to go out and measure a house.
And I put in my budget to make my clerk full-time. And because it was budgeted in for the previous clerk, there was extra money in there because she's not getting the pay
Right.
that the other one was. So instead of $13,000 more in our budget to turn her into full-time, it's only cost $8,900. So to me, in the grand scheme of the whole budget for the town, $8,900 to make somebody full-time, she's already getting benefits, so it's not going to cost any more in benefits. To get somebody full-time to get more work done, it's a no-brainer in the grand scheme of the entire budget.
Well, you're talking to the choir here.
Well, I think we've probably missed who we should be talking to, and this is the avenue we get to use, this in a newspaper, and jump over those who control budgets to an extent, who really have not looked at what the numbers break down to per unit to get things done, and move it forward. I think if we approach the taxpayers and say, this is what we want, if we can't get it through the regular channel, then we'll do it on the floor. I think they need to understand that $94,000 is a lot of money for something you could have gotten done for less money.
For almost half.
So I think that maybe that's our job, is educate them a little better. If they're not understanding, and the channels who review these do not understand the data that we give them. We sat at the last selectmen's meeting and gave them a breakdown of all the things that our office does, and it still kind of went around in a little bit of a loop that I'm not sure they fully comprehended, that you can't compare us to other departments. We're looking to be evaluated on our own for what we do for this town and what we need to do to get a good job done. So I empathize with other departments, but they're not my problem. This is our problem.
Well, if
to
we
run
can
it
save money and
effectively.
get the job done better, that's kind of a no-brainer. But how do you get it past the powers to be?
Then you climb over their body to go to the next source, which is the people who pay the bill.
In the amount of years I've been here, I find that the powers that be look at the dollar figure, and that's all they focus on, because they're just working with numbers. They don't humanize it and say, this is what this person is doing in the office. You can put it on paper, but I still don't think they get it. They don't absorb it. They're just dealing with numbers. Where can we cut here? Where can we shift these numbers around? And I think that's what's happening. And I welcome any of them to come in my office just for a day and just sit there and watch the traffic in and out and the phone calls, and me trying to just key in one field card with data changes that should take me 5 minutes, and it takes a half hour to 45 minutes because people at the counter, phone calls, other departments need things. They need to see the real life part of it, not just on paper.
But I have seen how the paperwork, the regulations from the DOR has exponentially increased the workload. It's just, you know, I'm an old timer. I go back to 1978.
Yeah, so you see the change.
It's just amazing. And when our payroll is now less than it was 20 years ago, that speaks volumes. And our overall budget is higher because we've got the reval and other regulatory requirements that we have to meet.
Well, I think part of our job is to educate the public on what it is we do, how we get it done, and look for their support. I think they are the controlling factor. They're the people whose money it is. They're the people who vote the budget. Then let's help them make an informed decision on what it is we would like, and even write a small article, if you could, Lisa, put something down on paper explaining the benefit of what it is we're looking to propose to them, that it's cost effective. You don't have to be overly smart to figure out if you end up with more money in your pocket, it must have been a good decision. And I think that's part of our responsibility here.
I don't disagree.
So I'm gonna put it on you. If you could, and if you need help on that,
Yeah,
I will contribute
absolutely.
to
Yeah,
that.
I would.
I think we
help
need a
because-
series of a few things that tells the public what it is we're trying to accomplish here.
If you can just get together a skeleton on what we pay the reval company to go out and do the permits and the personal property, then we can flesh it out with what would the person cost to come into this office to do that kind of work. What would the requirements be? We could probably talk with personnel and get their
Absolutely.
input so that we can put together a real proposal rather than just, we can save you money.
At one time, we were in a situation, we actually had licensed appraisers who were going out doing our
That was in
updates.
2007, the last one.
That we were fortunate enough to be able to do that because we had the
They're in
freedom.
Florida now.
I know.
Retired and in Florida.
But I think that we've always had the town's interest at heart, and we're always interested in the cost of doing things. So if we're looking for a better way to do it, I'd at least like the general public to give it some consideration.
Because if we have to do, well, we do have to do this again, but if we did what we did with the last company, it's a lot cheaper.
Well, it's coming in 2017, isn't it?
No, we have to finish fiscal 18.
18, okay. Well, that's since 2017.
Right, and so then I have to sit down and make a plan, you know, we're gonna budget so much, well, if we don't have a full-time person in there, we're gonna budget, say, $10,000 a year and have them come in every year for 10 years.
Right.
And do a little bit.
That's if they only do it for 100 grand.
Right, but you're
The last time
talking,
was 154. So, and that was in '07. So we're not, it's not going to be any cheaper.
and, you know, you don't get the personal part of it when you're working with the people either, because it's from a company outside of the town hall. And that's probably why they charge so much, because they're using their staff over there for data entry, phone calls, scheduling, but then it still falls back on us when we get the schedules for the day for them to go out and do the permits. We're printing them off, so we have to stop what we're doing, print off the field cards for the data collector, get that, compile that, then people calling up and canceling with us instead of them. So now we're getting more work thrown on us because of this.
We really should run an office like a business.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't a hobby.
And when you have your staffing only till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, especially on a Thursday, I'm there from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night with no staffing. And from 1 o'clock to 4:30 every day with no staffing. You know, and most people.
How's that
come in the
working out for
afternoon.
you?
Oh, it's great.
Are you around on March 11th?
I am.
Will we have the pleasure of seeing you?
Oh, definitely. I can make a motion that we meet on March 11th if that will work. Are you around?
I am. I will be around, yes.
Okay.
You kind of want to feel out Tom as we get closer to that date, because I don't
Yeah,
want to
see how
bother
he's
him.
doing. Yeah, as long as we've got at least
If
two
he's
of
not
us.
up and around by then, he's
Yeah.
probably going to go to the hospital forever.
Yeah.
Assisted living.
Oh, shh, don't say that. Oh, my God.
Let's not pick on him when he's not here.
I pick on him when he's here too.
That's true. All right.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
I can't believe he went to a closing.
yeah, well,
That had to be painful.
I'm sure.
But, as we've all, the two of us know, being self-employed,
Mm-hmm.
you don't do it, you don't get paid.
Correct.
So, are we going to make a motion to
I do.
go out in the cold?
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second, unanimous. Stay warm this weekend.
It's supposed to be cold.
-20 wind chill factor.